Hello and welcome to another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. This is a video that honestly I didn't really think I was going to be doing, but I found yet another cool firearm that I had to have, and it was a great price, so let's go ahead and dig into it. It is the Ruger Security 380. As we open up the box here to see what's inside, your standard paperwork, your registration forms for Ruger, some stuff from the Attorney General, and this beautiful looking Security 380. Now the nice thing about this gun, it comes in at a very good price point. I paid $350 for this gun, brand new, and it comes with 3 magazines, a speed loader, and the grip sleeve because it had to be sold with the grip sleeve in my state. I took it off before I took this video because I really can't stand the Hogue grip sleeves. Even though they're good for some people, I just don't particularly like them. But again, you can see here, 1 magazine in the gun, in the box. It came with 2 additional magazines for a total of 3. It came with your standard Ruger cable lock. Comes with a speed loader to help you with the magazines because they are a little bit finicky. And again, here is that Hogue grip sleeve that I removed from the gun. The Ruger Security 380, 380 ACP, double stack. This is a fantastic firearm. So here I have the Security 380 laid out on the bench top with the 3 magazines that it came with and the speed loader, just to give you an idea of what it looks like out of the package. The slide has some lightning cuts in it. It comes from the factory with a steel rear driftable sight and a fiber optic front sight. The loaded chamber indicator is the standard for the new Rugers with a little hole drilled in the top of the barrel, which makes it very easy to tell if this gun is loaded. I like the stippling on the frame on this gun a whole lot, and it bears a striking resemblance to the LCP line. This even has the little hammer inside like the LCP2 has. Why did I want this Security 380? Well, I'll tell you why. I was looking for a LCP Max in 380, and I found one locally. However, they're not technically available in my state yet, so even though I found one, I couldn't really purchase it. When I started thinking about the LCP Max in 380, I started thinking, do I really want another ultra subcompact 380? I have the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard. That is my favorite 380 that I have. So I started looking at kind of the next step up in a 380 from Ruger, which is this Security 380. It has fiber optic front sights, it has lightning cuts on the slide, has a steel rear adjustable sight, it has 10 round double stack magazines with an extra pinky extension, so it fits very well in my hand. Easy takedown. It's very similar to, I would say, the LCP line because it's internally hammer fired. Has a small hammer that is like halfway cocked. When you pull the trigger, it finishes cocking it and then drops it. So it's very similar design to the LCP line, but it's much bigger than a Ruger LCP. A little bit easier to handle, and man, can I race this thing. It reminds me almost of my Smith & Wesson Shield 380 EZ Performance Center. And this was a lot cheaper. This was only $350 with 3 magazines, a speed loader, a lock, and all the other accessories. And it's an easy rack slide, so it takes almost no force at all to rack this slide. It has the little grip ears on the back of the slide, making it easier to grab. 10 round capacity, and I'm out here today just to do some function testing and test a whole bunch of different kinds of ammo. So let's see what it'll run. So let's go ahead and try out some different ammo. I have some PMC bronze. This is a 90 grain full metal jacket round nose. Then I have Ammo Incorporated, which is a 100 grain total metal jacket flat nose. And the good old Winchester White Box 95 grain full metal jacket flat nose. All of these I've had excellent luck with in other pistols, so let's see how they do in this guy. I will say, shooting this size gun in a 380, it's like a 22. There's like no felt recoil. Follow-up shots are super fast. It just feels awesome. And lastly, the Winchester White Box. Functions great with those. Let's load up and try some more ammo. Alright, so next up on the ammo testing train, Aguila 380. This is 95 grain full metal jacket. I have some Republic brand 380 full metal jacket 95 grain, and some Winchester Silvertip 85 grain defensive jacketed hollow point. Because if I'm going to carry this, I'm going to probably carry the Silvertip in it, and I need to make sure it's going to function. That was the Aguila. Now the Republic round nose. And lastly, the Winchester Silvertip. They all function great, and I gotta tell you, that Silvertip, I don't know what the velocity is on this stuff, but that's some pretty light shooting ammo. It says 1,000 feet per second at the muzzle, 189 foot-pounds. That is, if that's true, because it's an 85 grain, that is very, very light recoiling, and it shoots great. So far I've put about 9 magazines through this thing, and I have not had a single hiccup. I love this gun. I mean, out of all the guns I've purchased recently, the Max 9, the CSX, this guy, I'm trying to remember what I bought before that, but out of all the new manufacturer pistols that I bought, this is one of my favorite. It's just so light recoiling, and it shoots so well, quick follow-up shots. But the Security 380, I mean, it's about the best feeling 380 I've shot, and I've shot quite a few of them. Maybe the Beretta 85 is a little bit smoother than the 380, or the Security 380, but the Beretta 85 also costs a lot of money, and those only come with 8-round magazines as well. So, again, for the money, Ruger Security 380. If you want a decent carry gun, you can't handle 9mm recoil, and you want a 380, I would highly recommend checking out the Security 380. So going back to looking at the features on this from the rear, you can see the stippling on the back of the frame, and you can see right here in the slot the internal hammer, the rear sight that is adjustable, and that front fiber optic sight. The sights on this are more than ample for what the gun is. I was able to hit targets at 7 and 10 yards, actually even a little bit beyond that. I measured out, it was about 40 feet from where I was shooting at the bench, and I was able to hit those targets very easily. Now again, the stippling on this is very nice. It's very typical of what the new Ruger firearms look like, and all the controls are standard to what you'd see on most of your Ruger firearms of the modern day manufacturer. The fact that it comes with 3 magazines is great, because magazines for this guy are a little bit expensive. They're around $60 a piece right now. And you have your standard Ruger bladed trigger. The trigger on this is actually really great. Nice light crisp break with a short reset, and it feels fantastic. Here you can see that internal hammer dropping when you pull the trigger. Rear-mounted safety does not engage unless the hammer is actually cocked. Again, just like the LCP2 firearms. So you have to cock the hammer before you can engage the safety. Your slide stop is in the normal location on the side of the slide. And again, it is more of a slide stop than actually a slide release. Your takedown pin is about halfway down the frame, and you have to slide the slide back into the notch to be able to remove that takedown pin. But the Ruger Security 380 was one of those guns that I did not really intend to purchase until I started looking into what they actually are. And size-wise, they're actually pretty big. Looking next to the Max 9 that I recently purchased, This Ruger Security 380 actually is quite a bit bigger. And again, the security line of Ruger pistols is more meant for a nightstand type gun, not really something that's a tiny concealed carry gun, but in that it's something that very comfortable, very easy to handle for a lot of people. And again, just looking at it next to the Max 9, you can actually see the difference in length of the barrel, the difference in the size of the frame, and the height of the gun as well. Overall, I recommend the Ruger Security 380 to anybody that's looking for a mid-size 380 that's very easy to rack the slide, something that's going to be reliable with a variety of ammo, something that's just a pleasure to shoot, and also something that's very budget-friendly. At $350 out the door, this thing was a fantastic deal with the 3 magazines it comes with, and it's a great shooting pistol. Thanks for watching another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. Make sure you support your 2A rights. Get out there and shoot. Have a great day. God bless America. And make sure if someone asks you to give up some of your freedom for the greater good, remind them that freedom is the greater good.